Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe they told me that I would never make it? Now we smiling in their faces, smiling in their faces.
Two-parent household to be labeled unselfish player. Don't nobody care nothing about that. Do you got the clutch gene? No pun intended. As we know that Clutch Sports is brought to you by none other than Rich Paul. You got
Cam Newton just shocked the NBA world, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. But what Cam Newton said is something that we've always been saying on this YouTube platform, but it is a breath of fresh air to see a person that is a big public figure like that speak out against Rich Paul and the Clutch Sports puppets that are in the media, because we know damn sure there's too many of them, too many liars, not enough honest journalism. ESPN ain't the same. All they do is big up LeBron James constantly 24/7, compare him to Jordan. There's no conversation ever, not a conversation. Not in the same breath. And Cam Newton is calling out Rich Paul. If you haven't seen it, I did share this video a few days ago on my channel, I think last week.
Michael Jordan is my man through and through, so I'm not knocking Michael Jordan. But what I'm saying is, LeBron grew up making guys better. So quite naturally, he's gonna always make the proper basketball play. Michael grew up playing against his brother every day. I couldn't beat my brother, my older brother Larry, and so when I finally beat him, that created, no matter what, I'm taking this shot, right? So it's not a knock to none of them, but when you talk about a basketball player, there's never been a basketball player born on anywhere on this God Green's earth that is better than LeBron James at playing basketball. Now, if you want to talk about taking the 36 elements of basketball and stripping it down to one, which is scoring, give me Michael Jordan. That's it.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I was talking about Rich Paul, man. Rich Paul is on FaceTime with Wallow for $1 million worth of game, giving every excuse in the world as to why LeBron James ain't that guy. And he brought up his damn mama. He brought up that Kobe and Jordan had both of their parents, and that's why they take contested game winners over 3 people. Like, just making us the most ridiculous statements that I could ever see. And as a person that's in this space now on YouTube, the sports media, I love when people call out the nonsense and the lies, and that's what he did here. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you check out my recent videos with Scap Attack. Those are doing really well. I had a great time with him. I'll be dropping the full episode soon, so stay tuned and hit the bell for that. If you guys are new here, like I said, hit the bell. Let's get into what Cam Newton had to say, and let's get into my take. You won't miss what's going on with today's episode of Tyler Rose TV.
watch this.
Hold on, check this out. Let's make it a little bit deeper. I have something for this, a lot deeper. When you say he didn't have it, right? When you look at Michael grew up with a mom and a dad in his household. When you look at Kobe grew up with a mom and dad in his household. When you look at LeBron's mom was 16 when she had him as a child. Now, he spent a lot of time by himself, right? He did not develop. Taking the last shot over 3 people is a selfish gene. That don't make you having killer instinct.
Press pause right there. Somebody gotta tell the Richard brother, hey Richard, Mr. Rich. Well, what the hell are you talking about? Cause what having 2-parent household got to do with anything? As if to say you gotta have a 2-parent household to be labeled unselfish player. Don't nobody care nothing about that. Do you got the clutch gene? No pun intended. As we know that Clutch Sports is brought to you by none other than Rich Paul. You got a whole business behind the idea of being clutch. Now you may say there's not another basketball player that's better than LeBron James, because you've identified in that clip that you said 36 elements of basketball, which we have here. I was like, yeah. Oh, that's cool, brother. But brother, Michael Jeffrey Jordan or Kobe Bean Bryant, they were killers. They were assassins. And even LeBron James has his own right of being labeled a killer.
Facts.
So you talking about selfish basketball? Man, hit the shot. I don't care. I don't give a damn about your household. Man, hit the shot. I don't give a damn about none of that about your mama, man. Man, hit the shot, man. Man, I don't care about that, man, about your daddy, bro. Man, hit the shot, bro. I don't care that you grew up in a dysfunctional house. Man, hit the shot, man. I don't care that you grew up as Catholic, Muslim, Islamic, or atheist. I don't care about none of that. Hit the shot, brother.
Yeah.
All this, man, let me tell you something, man. He ain't got, man, I don't care nothing about that, bro.
Talk
We
about
over
that
here
shapes
trying
away.
to give all these reasonings behind him being better than the president. You got insider trading, brother. Because you are who you are to LeBron James, brother. And I'm mad that Wallow even allowed him to just keep going on. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, nothing to do with the psychology of how you play this game, bro.
Do you got the killer instinct or not?
Yeah. And-
we ain't got to trace this back to Gloria. Gloria ain't got nothing to do with this. Gloria did a hell of a job, if you ask me. Huh?
Yeah.
We ain't got to talk about Kobe. We ain't got to talk about Michael. Bro, this ain't got having a two-parent household don't got nothing to do with anything, brother. Cause when the rubber meets the road, and you start to analyze like in real time, Rich, for as great as the empire that LeBron James has created, you have benefited off that empire, respectfully.
Yeah.
That's not to say you wouldn't be in the same position without LeBron, but it's hard for us to think that you would be in the same position without LeBron because LeBron done put a lot of people on.
Yeah. He did great with the opportunity that was given to him.
And you, Rich Paul, has done great with the opportunity that you got.
Yeah.
Now, Cam Newton is animated as hell. I love his energy, man. This dude's like he's having a good time. Cam got some good takes. Cam got, he got what it takes to be great in this space. I think he's going to be going places. And when you come out and you speak truths and you don't sit there and try to, zip it up, because we've seen plenty of people, have Kobe number 2 all time and then turn around and put him top 9 or in the top 9 and the top 10 instead of being top 3, top 2, top 5. So we've seen people change their stances on things because of who they're affiliated with. Now, when you see guys like Rich Paul, we know who they have a horse in the race, and they always will. And they know, like he said, inside trading, brother. That's inside trading. We know who your guy is. You cannot be honest when the guy that's your best friend or whatever the case may be put you on in this game and say what you want to say, but that's the truth. We know that you're always going to ride with him, and that's okay to ride with him. But when you lie about it, when you constantly bring up other narratives and put other players down, that's where we have the problem. That's where we come and say, hey, chill out. Don't be talking about being like that. He ain't here to defend himself, and you wouldn't be talking like that if he was here. And you talk about Jordan if he wasn't here because Jordan is too big to say anything to you. You know what I'm saying? He's a giant to a mouse. We don't got to worry about what Rich Paul's saying. Rich Paul don't mean nothing. But for the people who are watching, for the fans, for the people who really want to see real journalism, people who want to just see honest takes and not forced narratives, then people like Rich Paul really grind our gears. And we're tired of seeing the bullshit. Rich Paul, we get who your man's is. But it's enough of the excuses, man. Listen, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have a father, I don't have a brother, I don't have a sister, I don't have an auntie, I don't have a pet dog. Whatever the case may be, it's an excuse. Either you got it or you don't. You can make the shot or you cannot make the shot. That's it. This doesn't boil down to nothing else besides that. It doesn't matter how much money you had, it's how good you are, how much talent you had. How do you, rise to the occasion in situations? How do you show up in big moments? That is measured by what you do on the court, not about anything else. Now, say what you want to say about Rich Paul, about them clutch sports guys, but to me, I see them constantly bringing down other players to pick up LeBron and making any excuse for it. I'm just kind of sick of it. So if you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down below about this whole situation with Rich Paul. I think this is ultimately nothing to my surprise, but it is surprising to see somebody like Cam call it out because, like I said, he's new in the media space, so we see which lane he's going to be shifting towards because he's at the point where he's new, and eventually there'll be deals, eventually there'll be more money to come. So hopefully he stays on this track because I think it's good for him. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. Make sure you check out the videos with me and Scap, and I'm going to see you out in the next one. Peace.